Imagine a steel monster cutting through the oceans, not just for display, but to redraw the global balance of power. The Fujian is not just a Chinese aircraft carrier, but a clear declaration of the birth of a new naval power that competes with the dominance of the United States. From hypersonic missiles to combat robots and stealth aircraft, China is in an unprecedented arms race, reshaping the rules of modern warfare. In this video, we will reveal how China is transforming from an economic power to a military force capable of altering the world's power dynamics. Imagine a massive sea monster casting its shadow over the ocean. The Fujian is not just an aircraft carrier. It is China's challenge to the global naval order. A giant, it asserts its presence among the world's naval powers with 80,000 tons of steel, electronics, and ambition. Its length is nearly 300 meters, with the first electromagnetic catapults in China's history, boosting the speed and efficiency of fighter jet takeoffs. OCU, the DF-27 missile changes the game. Faster than sound, it penetrates any defense, with a range exceeding 8,000 kilometers. The United States has admitted that its defense systems are powerless against it. The missile can maneuver at hypersonic speeds, carrying nuclear warheads and transforming U.S. aircraft carriers into easy targets. Fujian is a floating war city, symbolizing China's control over the seas, with nuclear reactors powerful enough to light a city. Its surface is a platform that can determine the fate of nations. Is there any competition? China and the United States are vying for oceanic supremacy. In this contest, a robotic killer emerges. One that doesn't miss, doesn't tire, and never hesitates. Its only goal is to eliminate any target in its sights. Its chains dig into the ground, and its powerful sensors scan the area with precision. Its adaptable weapons make it a versatile war machine, with machine guns, missiles, and suicide drones. It moves, analyzes, and attacks. Imagine hundreds of these robots fighting with algorithms, while humans battle with emotions and fear. Who will win? In you. Look at this image. It's not just ships, but a naval military parade. The Chinese aircraft carrier, a massive sea giant, moves forward surrounded by a fleet of destroyers and warships, like the retinue of a king. Each one possesses destructive power over 1,000 kilometers. They don't just sail, they declare their dominance over the ocean. Imagine you have to cross a minefield. Of course, you wouldn't go yourself. Here comes Oranist, the Chinese robot specializing in mine clearance. An armored beast the size of an SUV, it moves confidently, tearing through the earth and destroying mines without fear. Think for a moment. What if a laser shield protected a fighter jet? Missiles and drones would disappear in an instant. China is already testing its future projects and preparing for a revolution in military aviation. Imagine the Terminator and an armored personnel carrier in one body. China's answer to future warfare. A self-moving, self-decision-making fighter that attacks autonomously. No humans needed on the battlefield. The Chinese are thinking long-term. Today, it's just a prototype, but tomorrow, it could change the military balance of power worldwide if Beijing decides to mass-produce these autonomous monsters. The calm before the storm. A Chinese submarine is chasing an American destroyer beneath the sea. The stakes could be either a military clash or an international scandal. What if China suddenly disappeared from radar screens? That would be a step that could lead to severe tensions. And if one of these systems scares you, imagine an entire army of iron spiders, drones that resemble spiders, capable of sneaking in and exploding upon impact. These robots don't fear sanctions or nuclear power. What if China is on the verge of producing a real plasma shield capable of stopping missiles? An energy weapon moving 5 times faster than sound, surrounded by a plasma bubble that burns anything that gets close. China is working on this technology in complete secrecy, and if it becomes a reality, it could alter global defense concepts. China has spent over $10 billion developing hypersonic missiles, threatening conventional defense systems. These missiles could change the balance of military power. China is developing unstoppable weapons that will change the balance of power. If you haven't realized this yet, it's time to reassess your calculations. Imagine soldiers being replaced by smart robots that move fast and destroy everything in their path. The Chinese are proving they think one step ahead, making tools that could decide the outcome of battles. When Chinese fighter jets take off, The goal is not just to show off, but to test American responses and showcase calculated strength. China is testing its adversaries' readiness and building balanced tension. In These aren't scenes from a science fiction movie. This is a rising strategic reality. The United States may still be engaged in military maneuvers, but China is continuing to develop its air force to shift the balance of power. Who knows what the future holds if the tension escalates into a larger confrontation? When two giants meet deep in the ocean, US and Chinese aircraft carriers, it's not just a naval confrontation, but a clash between titans. Each ship is a masterpiece of engineering and the ambition of a nation. The Chinese are building floating military bases, while the Americans cling to their oceanic dominance. Have you heard of China's stealth bomber? This aircraft can penetrate airspace undetected, fast and silent, with radar-absorbing paint and the latest aviation systems. The Chinese paratroopers are perfectly trained, ready to jump from planes and deliver instant strikes anywhere. New equipment allows them to control their descent speed and maneuver, making them a strategic war tool. The EG-91 is not just a missile. It's a nightmare for ballistic missiles, with advanced radars and precise guidance algorithms. This missile can destroy any target, whether it contains a warhead or not. This has caused significant concern within the Pentagon. Yet, imagine artillery of the future, where there is no gunpowder, but instead, energy blasts that fire projectiles at tremendous speeds. China has advanced beyond the United States, which has abandoned the development of electromagnetic cannons despite its heavy investments in destroyers. China is increasing the power of electromagnetic weapons, launching projectiles at speeds reaching 6 times the speed of sound without any gunpowder, strengthening its military superiority.